The minute we got in, basically, we met a bunch of people who happened to be writers, graffiti writers, and/or affiliates of Rocksteady crew. So being around that, and that, I guess they was impressed with our talent. So, and that Mad Child, by the time like Swollen had developed, Mad Child actually got inducted officially into Rocksteady, and basically brought the rest of us with him. So that's the affiliation right there.
Was that like 80? That was in 91, 92? Do you remember the year?
90s, yeah, early 90s. No, what I was talking about is in grade school, I went to this Catholic school in downtown Victoria, and that was really my first exposure to hip hop, because at recess, the older kids, they would bring boxes and break dance and listen to rap music and stuff. I was totally fascinated by it. I was taken by it. And I already heard about Run DMC, you know what I mean? And a few other little things that I like Blondie's Rapture and stuff like that. So it was just, there was something about it that just caught me, you know what I mean? Like, these kids could just throw down this cardboard and have an exhibition just like that. All you needed was a box. You didn't need nothing, you know what I mean? That was probably around 84, 85, whatever. That's my earliest hip-hop memory, is watching the older kids in grade school breakdancing at recess. And later on, while going to that same school, that influence made me go and ask my parents to go see Beat Street when it hit the theaters. And then from that, it was a wrap. Over.
How about you, Joe?
I mean, my first memory, like, the first time I got like acquainted with hip hop music, I guess would be like 87-ish, when I lived in Winnipeg still. That's just like a year before I moved out here, and my boy, who was my neighbor, he had the Beastie Boys license to Ill Tape, and he brought it over and he played it for me, and I was like, what are they doing? You know, I didn't know what it was. Like, I hadn't heard hip hop at all yet. And he was like, this is rap music, you know? And it just, it blew my mind, man. And I asked him about it every day for like a week before I could even remember the name rap music, you know? And it was like, it was just so exciting to me. I was like, put on that. He'd be like, the rap tape, like the Beastie Boys, you know? And I wouldn't even really consider myself like a big fan of Beastie Boys. They didn't impact me that much, other than being the first group that I heard. But
neither was I wasn't a fan either, but I found them influential to the fact that, okay, here's a big group and they're successful and they're rapping.
They helped put Run DMC on even more than Run DMC already put themselves on.
Well, because they had that crossover appeal, so they became extra large. You know,
and they essentially were like a, Run DMC.
They were Run DMC basically.
Slow and Low was a Run DMC song initially, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite joint that they ever did, right? Yeah. So yeah, man, when I heard rap, and then shortly after that, you started hearing like the Rakims and the EPMDs and like the Big Daddy Kanes, and Special Ed was real big to me, because he was young.
When you were telling me about the rap tape, I had like that same sort of memory. I remember talking to one of my childhood friends at that time, and I remember saying, I'm just gonna start listening to rap.
Yeah.
I don't really know, because I wasn't really listening to much in particular besides jazz at that time. Maybe some pop music, you know what I'm saying? But I remember going, I'm going to listen to rap.
Yeah.
And I did, I guess.
So what's your first memory where you did rap? Where you decided like I'm gonna rap?
Yeah, okay. I had some homies that had this one was like 15 or something, maybe younger than that, who had a college radio show, which was kind of, I don't know how they got it, because we weren't in college or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It was at UVic. CFUV was the station, and they had this alternative show where they play like all kind of underground stuff and a bit of hip hop. So they asked me to co-host, and this is like 1987, 88. So one afternoon I was chilling at my parents' house, And I was like, I'm gonna make a rap song, just some jokey stuff, and I'm just gonna bring it on tape and we're gonna debut it. So, you know what I'm saying? I did the 2 beat boxes together to build up a beat out of nothing from like scraps of music
Pause
and
tapes.
stuff. Pause tapes, basically. And like trying to scratch on the record or whatever, and I wrote a rhyme, did it, recorded it, using that back and forth method, brought it to the radio show and debuted it. And people were calling in actually requesting to never ever play it again. What is mine?
What was the name of the joint?
I don't know. I have no idea. That was a couple years back.
How about the show? What was the name of the radio show?
I don't remember the name of the radio show either.